Welcome back. Right now the economy is in such turmoil that job one for a lot of people is, of course, keeping their jobs. But if you are secure in your job, or you think you are, here's a question. How can you work less and earn more? Today's guest is the author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Doing Just That, Working Less, Earning More. I'd like to welcome Bergen County native Jeff Cohen. And Jeff, this is just a tough topic right now with the economy in such turmoil. Is it even idiotic to try to do this?
It's actually a great plan. If you think about all the people that are being laid off, this is the exact time to start thinking about how you make money. And some of the industries that maybe don't do well, there are other ones that do great. For example, real estate, if you're looking to buy a rental property, this is the perfect time. Prices are down, interest rates are down, so there are a lot of great opportunities.
Now, you used to work for American Express.
That's right.
Why write the book?
I was actually sitting with the compensation expert who showed me a graph of in 35 years, this is what your 401k was going to grow to, and this is what your salary would grow to. And I thought, that's a great number, but it's 35 years away. And I started saying there has to be a better way that I can still make my income targets without giving those 35 years.
All right, so you have a bunch of tips, and I'd like to start going through them. We do have a graphic that we'd like to throw up on the screen right now. The first tip you have is to evaluate your time at work. What can one accomplish by doing that?
Absolutely. The first thing you want to think about is what is your income target? So let's say your goal was to make $100,000 for the year, and you only wanted to work 2 days per week, about 50 weeks per year. You do the math and you say, I better be earning $1,000 a day if I want to hit my target. And that's how I think about the amount of money I want to make for the amount of time that I devote to it. And
then, of course, you look at how much you want to make, and then you could decide what the right scenario would be.
Absolutely. You've got to think about the amount of hours you want to work, the income you want to generate, and then you back into the kind of work that can hit your target.
All right. You want to set your income-focused goals. Now talk about that.
Right. For example, when I left my corporate job, my goal was to earn more than double what I was making in that corporate job, working half the time. So in essence, I was trying to double my money.
I think a lot of people would like that.
Absolutely. I wanted to double my money and only work 2 to 3 days per week. That was my line in the sand where I started.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we can't do that in the news business. It would be nice though, right? All right, so, and then networking is important no matter what you do, whether it's, trying to work less and earn more, or, work 80 hours a week.
Right, and I'm not a big fan of having a million acquaintances. I believe in having 5 power relationships, the people that can do the most for you. For example, my agent, my literary agent, is a power relationship for me. She's the one who led me to this book deal. That's much more important than an acquaintance I meet at a social event.
All right. Skill set is important no matter what field you're in. Talk about that.
The goal, if you want to work less or earn more, is you need to find the intersection of your expertise and what you enjoy doing. So my expertise is developing people, career management, talent development, and what I enjoy doing is writing. That's why the book makes a lot of sense for me. It's the intersection of my expertise and my strengths.
So your skill set helps you to be more marketable, basically.
Your skill set is what people are going to be willing to pay you for.
Okay. Now, a lot of people, this is just a drawback. People get wrapped up. They waste a lot of time looking for things to do, perhaps doing the wrong thing.
Right. It's not about activities, and email is one of the biggest time wasters. If you leave your email up throughout the entire workday, then you're bound to check it every 2 seconds when you hear that little beep because
we don't know anybody who does that.
I try to check it just once or twice a day, and that keeps my time as efficient as possible.
All right, now there's this whole other group, of course, people who have BlackBerries, and they're checking their BlackBerries constantly, so same scenario there.
You got to have rules. You don't need the BlackBerry in bed, you don't need the BlackBerry at dinner. Keep it where it's meant to be in the workplace.
I'm sure the spouses would agree with that one. All right. Use active and passive income techniques. You want to uphold your living standards. So how?
Exactly. Active income would be, for example, writing this book and being paid a fee to do it. The passive income is the royalties that I can earn over time as people continue to buy the book. The same thing with real estate. We get cash flow from a 2-family property that my wife and I purchased. That's passive income as the rental checks come in and generate that positive cash flow.
All right, so you're the author of the book.
Yes.
How have these tips changed your life?
Oh, well, I have a 2-year-old son at home who I was not seeing that much when I was working 50 hours a week and sleeping another 50, because right there 60% of my time was spoken for before the alarm went off. Now I'm only working 2 or 3 days a week, more than doubling my money, and I'm seeing my son grow up, so that's a pretty good goal.
You know, it's a goal that a lot of people wish that they could accomplish as well, but again, let's get back to this job market. New Jersey in particular. In New Jersey, the state's already lost 21,000 jobs this year. The next jobs report is coming out in the coming week for the state of New Jersey, so we're going to find out what the state unemployment rate is. We're going to find out how many more jobs were lost in the month of October. So it's probably easier said than done to say this is the time for you to really go out and make a change.
Right. You don't want to wait until you get that pink slip, because then there's all this pressure on earning money. When I wanted to go after this plan, I went in and negotiated with my company to bring me back as a consultant 2 days per week, and that knocked my hours down from the 5 days to 2, but my income was still there, so it wasn't like I was just jumping into no money right from the start. So that's a good way to begin.
If there was one more tip, one all-important tip that you could give to somebody out there who's thinking about making a change, what would it be?
You got to do what you love. If you think that there's something that can make you money but you don't really enjoy it, you're going to get bored quickly. I only want to work 2 days per week, but I want to enjoy those 2 days that I'm working.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Jeff Cohen,
My
author
pleasure.
of The Complete Idiot's Guide, Working More and Earning Less. There's the book title again. Now, if you have any questions or comments about today's interview, you could send them to me at itsyourmoney@news12.com. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us.